Imagine this. It's the early 1960s in Atlanta, Georgia. The air is thick with hope and tension as civil rights protests sweep the South. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 has just been signed into law. A bold promise that discrimination in hotels, restaurants, and theaters is no longer allowed. But here's the twist. Not everyone is ready to play by the new rules. Enter the Heart of Atlanta Motel. This wasn't just any roadside inn. It was a large establishment, strategically located near major highways, catering to thousands of travelers, most of them from out of state. But here's the catch. It flat out refused to rent rooms to black guests. Can you believe that? In a time when the nation was striving for equality, this motel stood firm in its discrimination. When the Civil Rights Act told the motel to stop discriminating, the owners pushed back with a bold claim. Congress has no business telling us who we can or can't serve. They argued that they were a local business, and since they didn't cross state lines, the federal government should stay out of their affairs. But isn't it fascinating how they tried to twist the narrative? They even claimed that the law violated their Fifth Amendment rights, likening their situation to slavery. Can you imagine that? Comparing renting rooms to the horrors of involuntary servitude? This case went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. Could Congress really use the Constitution's Commerce Clause to stop discrimination at local businesses? The motel painted it as federal overreach, while the government made a compelling point. When 3/4 of your customers are from out of state, you can't just call yourself local. This controversy raised a crucial question. What does it mean to be a business in a diverse society? Discrimination doesn't just hurt individuals. It stifles tourism, discourages travel, and burdens interstate commerce. So, would the court uphold the Civil Rights Act? Or would it strike down this monumental legislation? In a unanimous decision, the court ruled against the motel. They affirmed that Congress has the power to stop racial discrimination in public accommodations under the Commerce Clause. They dismissed those claims of slavery with a wave of their hand, stating that forcing you to rent rooms to paying customers isn't slavery. It's simply the business you chose to be in. This ruling was a turning point. It meant the Civil Rights Act had teeth, sending a clear message. If you open your doors to the public, you open them to everyone. The Heart of Atlanta Motel may have tried to stand as a symbol of resistance, but in the end, it became a symbol of how federal law could and would knock down the walls of segregation. So, what does this story mean for us today? Are we still fighting these battles in different forms? Let's keep the conversation going.